it's pretty hardcore initially to get into water, particularly below 10 degrees. So yeah, you're trying to acclimatise gradually to that. And sometimes in the middle of winter you're walking out on the pier here and you're just in your budgie smugglers and you see people coming towards you, big raincoat on, parkas, caps, and you can read their mind. They're just saying, "You bloody idiot."
Well, it's bloody cold actually. Quite often I have to turn on the lights. You know, it's only 5:30, and then you get changed into your swimming gear, put your earplugs in, put your cap on, walk out, grab your gear, the thermometer, and go out and walk across the sand. Go out and swim. I don't swim very long now. I used to swim a lot longer, but I do about 15 or 20 strokes out and come back again and wash my feet, go in, have a very nice hot shower. If it's very cold, you have a longer shower than normal. Then I'm ready for breakfast. My wife, she stays in bed and I get her breakfast in bed, so that suits her and suits me actually.
Every day comes down virtually before everyone, takes the temperature, puts it up on the board, so all of us have got an idea what sort of water we're going into, and just a terrific guy. He's been an Iceberger since, well, I don't know, since, Adam was a boy sort of thing.
Yeah, there's some mornings you get up and it's hailing and it's sort of, blowing a bit of a southwesterly gale, and you think, why the hell am I doing this?
If I had to come swimming on my own, there would be mornings where I'd just say, nah, you just wouldn't do it. I find I need the support of other people. Other people are relying on you to come. So you come, you do it, and then always after the swim, you feel really good and you're so glad you did it. But you wouldn't probably do it on your own.
As you get older, you start to realise that your friends disappear off the planet, and if you keep just mixing with your own age group, you end up with very, very few people to mix with.
One of the things about retiring is that it's often very difficult for people to fill in their days. And so I think having this group meeting at a variety of times in the morning, it means that they've already done something for the day, that they've ticked that box, if you like. They've done some exercise and they've had some social interaction.
What is it today, Dad?
It's 15.1.
Oh, whoa.
So right up.
Wow, summertime.
Thank you.
Oh, the doggy.
Yeah. 15.1. You've got to keep up a social life. If you don't, you sort of... I know a few of my friends who sort of I reckon they're pretty miserable old coots. They just sort of, hang around and just seem to wallow in doing nothing, and I just love to keep active.
I was hospitalised for a number of weeks during the 1956 Olympics here, and myself and a little mate went out from the ward up to the top of the Mercy Hospital, and we could look out over the MCG and see all the Olympic flags there. And I remember saying to myself, I'm never going to be sick again, and I've always tried to maintain a relatively healthy lifestyle, apart from excess indulgence in alcohol.
It's a time where you're completely on your own. No one can talk to you, you can't talk to anyone else. Once you get into a rhythm, it just keeps going, and it's possible just to enjoy that and enjoy the weightlessness. And that it's a time where I can contemplate, problem solve if I need to, think about the day ahead, think about nothing really if I want to, just enjoy the experience of being in the water.
The mental strength you get is extraordinary, because you feel like you're a bit bulletproof, if you like. You've survived that in the morning, you feel invigorated. But then again, is there any proven evidence of that? Does it do you any good? We don't know. There's a physical challenge of, will I survive? No doubt all of us have had doubts or times when you're thinking, this is just too cold for me. I mean, you can drown. I mean, you can have a heart attack or a stroke. And I guess every day we swim in the cold water, it's like a road test.
And it's really part of the daily discipline, I suppose. And I would feel bad if I didn't get up in the morning. I never sleep in. I think it gets your brain going too. I cope with life very well, actually, I think.
I love swimming in the open water, and the conditions change every day, and I think that's one of the lovely things about swimming in the sea rather than in a pool. A black line's always a black line in the pool, whereas every day there's something different about swimming in the sea. So you notice if the sun's rising, what the light's like, whether or not you can see the city clearly. Notice the waves and the wind and the clarity of the water. Whether or not there's fish in the sea that we swim over. There's stingrays that we swim over, and there's quite beautiful seaweed. It's like a marine garden that we swim around.
But the coffee time is a really good time just to exchange where we're all at.
Just, you know, relationships in life, sort of the most important thing. And from my past history of swimming in a squad, in a competitive element when I was younger, you'd meet the same people twice a day often for about 8 months of the year, and there was sort of a huge gap in my life when I left that, and I thought I'll never in my life sort of find that community again.
So the Icebergers themselves don't talk about their jobs very much at all. You know, the part of the day that we have here is the swim and the coffee and the chat about what we've just experienced usually.
You know, maybe talk about the swim, but just get into the sauna, talk bullshit and go and have a coffee, talk more bullshit.
You know, they're all very compatible. They all do different things. Some are very well educated, some are not so well educated. They're all great people. They get on well, and we just enjoy each other's company.
You know, the Australian sort of beach culture where people that just appear in their togs and are on the beach, everyone is equal, and that's part of the culture here, that it's unstructured, informal, doesn't matter who you are, swimming in your budgie smugglers and that's a bit of an equaliser.
I think when I was first introduced, I was warmly embraced by everyone, and it was a very inclusive feeling. It felt like you belonged to the club, just having swum once or twice, and that there was a welcoming component to the club, which I'd never experienced in any other group situation before. Usually there's obstacles to joining a group rather than people including you and embracing your presence.
I had a 70th birthday party a couple of years ago, and it was a surprise birthday party, and I walked into a restaurant expecting only my family to be there, but a lot of the people from here were there, and my eldest son made a speech, and in it he said that I'd founded a home away from home.